What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fignight at the Tavern. It is Tuesday night. You know what that means. It is me, the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto, and joining me as usual, the hottest hot tag partner in the business.
Oh, yeah, brother. It's good old Mike Bellcaster. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another stellar edition of Fignight right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern. You know the drill. We're rocking and rolling, man. We're getting ready to do some magical shit here.
All right, man. We have a special show. We have a very special guest returning. I believe it is for the third time. What do you say we jump right into it, Mike?
Let's do it, man.
I got something for you this time. I got a guy I want to talk to.
Here he is, friend of the show. Welcome back, Magic. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing good, fellas. Thank you guys for having me. Always great to see you both.
Always a pleasure.
And we got Daniel Friedman in the chat. Whoa, it's Magic. I always get that song.
Man.
Daniel Friedman.
No relation.
Love that man. Oh, what up?
Hey, Dad.
What up, Esteban?
TV login. He's going to ask it for it right now in the comments.
Alex West here. What's up, dude? Thank you for joining us. And we got the Fig Freak. Everybody loves Magic, right? Who doesn't love Magic?
Yeah. we love it. Hey, Mama be in the house. Rock and rolling. You know, it's always a good time.
More the Magic. Man, Magic. So, I mean, since you haven't been here in a little while, just recently we got to see the display at Double or Nothing FanFest. Like exciting stuff showing. What was that like for you to finally like be out there again? It's been a while. Like we got nice updates.
It was awesome. I think the coolest part was just like we had such a bigger team now, so like it's kind of like everyone's first time like doing this and getting like everyone exposed to all this cool stuff and seeing the fan reactions and getting interactions with people like live and firsthand. And getting everybody's like takes on it like live and get good feedback and get like kind of excited about the brand. It was pretty cool. Really liked it. Ton of fun.
Hell yeah. I think the break from FanFest being every pay-per-view, I think doing them once a year, once every couple months as opposed to every show, I think that really helped out the excitement for everything. And man, they stepped it up this year on the production levels and like it was through the roof. It was such a great time.
I have to really put over the whole team, like the trade show team. They put together such a whole thing. Daniel, Jung, we have two Daniels on the team now. It's going to be really confusing. Like presentation with Greg. Like they put so much effort into it. I think it really came across like getting all the talent, getting everybody involved. Like it's a huge ordeal. And like we put so much into it. I'm so glad like that it came out as well as it did.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear all that. I'm so glad to see some of those reveals that we actually got to see there. I'm so glad that I have this set in my hand.
Yeah, me too.
Let's talk about this. This had to be fun. Tell me about designing this.
This was incredible, actually. I'm really happy nothing leaked or anything like got spilled about this one early on, because this was kind of like a fun little secret, because I felt like everyone was like, oh, when are we getting new stuff? When are we getting new stuff? And then in my head, I'm thinking, like, just wait. Like, there's something really great coming that you guys have no idea about. And so, like, this thing actually finally being out, I'm super excited. Like, it was so detailed. Like, the team worked so hard to bring it to life. I think it really looks awesome. It's like one of my favorite sets.
Yeah. Dude, it's one of the best sets ever in the history of wrestling. First of all, like, just talking about the accessory of the dog collar is so perfect.
It's like, insane,
like there it is. Look how long it is. And it's a chain. It's a real chain.
Yeah.
Like, fighting over me.
I was about what I was getting. Look, he could wear it around your
It's my new drip for any AEW show coming up.
I have an idea for a figure for a photo that I was telling Mike about that I'm going to have to do. It's going to be a Forbidden Door photo, but wait till people see it, because it's going to be a cross brand of the best dog collar matches ever. That's the only secret I'm giving away. I'm not going to get too much more into that, but
I like it.
I'm so glad CM Punk is back in our TV. He's back. Well, he was never gone from our figure lines, right? So that's good to know. We see there's more coming. Is there any update on a possible CM Punk Supreme? We know it was announced about a year ago. We've had a lot of questions about that. Is there anything that can be said about that?
This is a wait and see moment. I don't know. I can't reveal too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made. You just got to enjoy it, you know?
All right.
I hope everyone's pleasantly surprised. I'll say that. But yeah, leave it there.
Hey, listen, we're always pleasantly surprised with when we get like a dog collar set, blood and guts that we didn't know was coming.
Yeah. That was really fun too, because like I felt like it was cool to give CM Punk a different look. Like he has longer hair now, and it's like messy. It's in his face. He's not like really combed and coiffed like the first one, where it's like slick to his head.
Yeah.
You can see here, it's like it's so bloody, and there's so much like detail in the blood.
I love the strands of hair. I think it adds a really nice touch to it because like it looks like he's just soaked in blood. Like this is great.
And the same thing with MJF. Like his hair is normally right all the way up, but when he gets bloody, his hair comes right down in his face, and it's curly. So that's a cool little detail I thought we added in there. Getting like the cool
the scans on these, like they're so incredible. Like the blood, you nailed it. Like I can't even imagine. Like what goes into detailing it and making this. Let's talk about that a little bit, because I don't think like we love the figures, but like walk us through it. Like show us the labor that has to go into something like that.
So for this one in particular, like we're even the Britt Baker, like I went over like the photo reference of it and like literally traced out all the blood patterns and kind of like laid it in that way. So like on the pants and on the torso and stuff like that, that's where it goes. And we have Dan Friedman actually doing the faces. So I know he did the exact same thing. We went and laid the blood all over their faces and made them super bloody. And then we have like cool little variations where one's less bloody, but it's like dried up. So there's nice little brown like stains on his face. So it's kind of like a post-match look.
It's
so
cool.
It's pretty cool. We've spent a lot of time looking at the details and trying to replicate that just to bring a lot of authenticity and like bring a lot to it.
Kudos, man. It's just one of the best wrestling figure sets I've ever seen. Not just current day, like of all time. It really is. But I'm such a fan of the blood and guts set because we're not used to getting stuff like that yet.
Yeah.
I like the metallic pops so damn well on MJF too. Like it really does stand out. And also, I got to shout you out so much for these badass knee pads that you guys gave CM Punk, because them's my favorite. I think that's my favorite knee pad mold to date out of any toy line.
He's got the kick pads, the thick kick pads.
Yeah, they're looking nice.
Yeah,
nice
I really like the one too. Yeah, and then the blood on them. He's like a ton of blood on the.
Yeah,
and Friedman loved it. He turned out best blood and guts.
Blood and guts.
I agree.
Like I know every time me and Mike are sitting at home and we're watching AEW and there's like a bloody moment, we're thinking, "Ooh, blood and guts." You're watching. Do you take ideas as it's happening? Like this would make a great figure. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely. Even watching Forbidden Door, I'm like wishing, like, man, I wish we had Ospreay in the line. I wish it was an AEW because that match was so incredible. Like, that's like a blood and guts 2-pack right there. It's a dream.
Yeah,
dude, I heard all the talk on the internet. What does Jazwares got to do to get Ospreay? Everybody loved that match. It was great, and hopefully, maybe one day will Ospreay winds up in AEW, and then get to make his figure. So
that'd be great. I hope
it'd be awesome.
Yeah, who knows? I just like that they had that shot on Ospreay, and he kind of looked like Stone Cold with Bret Hart, where he's like getting the sharpshooter and the blood running out. He's like screaming.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I could watch those two wrestle all day, every day. They've had 2 matches so far, and they're probably up there. They're both up for best match of the year this year. Like they're
absolutely
they're just incredible.
No, Ospreay's intense, man. You put him up with Kenny. It's like the Beatles playing with the whole cast back together. It's cool, man.
It's really crazy. I hope we see more Will Ospreay in AEW.
Blood on the wristband. That's so good.
And this is the first time we're getting the.
So you're watching
sleep hands Punk.
It's hard to put them together because. But we're getting there.
Punk comes out with the short hair this time.
Yeah.
You initially think, "Oh gosh, we got to get this done right away."
Me and the thing like, "Oh great, couldn't keep his hair the same, so we have to get some new heads in there." Even at Forbidden Door, I'm like, "Oh, you wore different trunks. Great."
Yeah. You got to keep it up, man. He's got to switch up the gear so we get more and more Punk figures. So we get the awesome.
It's so different from years ago because guys actually come up with their outfits thinking what's toyetic.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen 15, 20 years ago. So it's kind of like, hey, listen, toy makers, this is what I'm going to wear. Can you make this look good?
Yeah.
And then you come out and do it. Like I know we mentioned it before. That Kenny Omega Supreme, the Walmart exclusive one, the jeans, the little rips in the jeans, like, oh, dude, this figure is absolutely. Oh, you both have it in hand.
We're twinsies. I really liked how this came out. I'm super pumped that usually I have the worst time finding toys at Walmart, but when it comes to the AEW exclusives, I've been able to pick up Wardlow, MJF, like they're there sporadically, but when I find them, I'm like, hell yeah.
Not
I'm
tell you,
glad to
Wardlow.
hear that.
My Walmart just got the Kenny Supreme exclusive in, so I'm hoping Wardlow's not far behind.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I
great
did
Wardlow.
This Kenny, people are like using it in ways I never thought. Where like they're taking the arms and making like weird matchups with like other Kennys that I didn't even think about.
Yeah,
So it's like, really cool to see a bunch of photos of like, oh, I did not know you could use it that way and create like a different look this way.
yeah. No, love the
Pretty
Supremes for that reason.
Dude, there's so
dope.
many figures in one when you buy a Supreme. Like it truly is a Supreme. You could make like 5 figures out of one figure, especially with this Kenny, because you got the soft goods shirt, you've got the jacket, you could have him shirtless, you've got the pants, you've got the tights. Like you just mix and match. And the fact what you could do with the AEW figures, you could have any AEW wrestler in the jeans now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
How cool is that?
I
Like
love
it's
Some jeans on them.
the detail on the tights again, man. You guys are obviously killing it, but this is just ridiculous. Like I was looking at these just the other day and I was like studying every little detail on there. It's insane, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pair of pants. Like any action figure, like they came out
Yeah.
so good.
I agree
No,
with Alex West. It's definitely up there for figure of the year. This Kenny.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that figure. And again, I feel like the first time you did that with Kenny and the tights was that Unmatched 2 where you had those airbrushed long tights on, or Unmatched 1.
It might have been 4. It might have been Unmatched.
No, it
No,
wasn't
2. You're right. 2.
It was 2.
I'm thinking Unrivaled 4. You're right.
Yeah.
It's hard to-
And that's like when I really noticed. I'm like, holy smokes! Look at the tights. Look at the details.
Yeah. So
Like-
that one. So what we do is a DIJ process. The same thing we do with the faces, where we spray on all the detail. It's printed, so we can capture all the different gradients and colors. We get so much more detail out of the DIJ process. We did that on the pants, and it came out to like 27 different operations on the pants alone. So
that's
it's
crazy.
Like, you get a ton of detail, but it's like a lot in there. Who's into it? Wow. Look at that effect.
Got blood and guts in the jeans.
I feel like that
Street
should be
Fight
mocked.
MJF, right?
Yeah.
Well, it would make a nice Orange Cassidy too. Yeah. But super awesome, man. I love just the detail on these Supremes. They come out so damn well every time. And I mean, from Malachi to Kenny to Cody to whatever is coming down. Britt's so amazing too. Like it's so cool to have just the extra accessories, extra torsos, bodies. It makes it feel like a really worthwhile purchase, and like it's cool to mess around with both looks, and I love it.
It really, really is.
I think the Lucha Bros were my favorite though. Still,
Yes.
still the ones
I keep
that-
forgetting about it. I forget I have them in my collection, and I'm like, oh shit, I still got these. And they're like, they look so good. The Letterman jackets look so awesome. The detail on the folds and stuff and the coat looks amazing, man.
Mhm. Yeah, those
I
headdresses.
don't even
really
want to
cool.
open mine. They're so perfect.
Yeah.
No, you got to. Definitely got to open them.
Yeah, you got to open. What is it? You open it.
Who's frozen?
Yeah.
Am I frozen?
You're frozen. Let it go. It's okay.
I'm frozen?
You're back now. Like, yeah, it's
Cold never
okay.
bothered
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, no, these are so great. I'm so obsessed with the ultimate or the Supremes line, man. Super badass.
Too. Oh, we lost Tom. Where's he going?
I gotta go grab my toys. Oh.
Wait, too.
Going to get Britt Baker. I'm just gonna be hanging out here in the corner, like always. Ooh, that's a nice look. There you go. You got some CM Punk in the jeans, rock and roll. See, Punk seems like not so much of a jean guy, but you always see him like the darker colors. He's killing it.
He was wearing jeans in the ringside exclusive with the ice
Yeah.
cream.
No, that's again, like I finally busted that back out because we were doing Collision, and I was just trying to take some photos and like get the hype out there. But I was like, man, I forgot how awesome the Ice Cream Punk is. Like, it's such a badass figure. And I was like, man, it's like I got the coat out and everything, and I was like, oh, I could really take some time and take some crazy ass shots with it. They're so lifelike. They're so detailed. It's hard to it's so easy to blur the figure to make it a reality looking like piece. It's crazy. What's up, Tom?
Okay, hopefully I'm back. I'm plugged in. We're having monster storms here just in case I disappear again. There it is.
This is why I ran to go grab.
I have both of them. I love them.
I'm about to go grab my box. I love it. Yeah. It's so good.
How does it feel to be a true drip king? That's what Sam D wants to know.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard every day.
So hard.
It's not easy. Even right now, they'll tell you I changed my shirt like 3 times before coming on here.
Lion.
He's got the flow, man.
But what does that feel? Here's a weird question. I don't know if it's weird, but what does it feel like to be the guy who gets to help make figures that go into your own collection?
I mean, it's awesome. I feel like the biggest moment for me was going to Frankensons and seeing stuff I worked on, like on shelf, because I grew up like 5 minutes from Frankensons. So like going there every day, I'm like, not every day, but like when I was a child, going there all the time and seeing all this stuff, and then finally going in and seeing my stuff, I'm like, oh, this is pretty surreal.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've kind of like, I don't know, I've been trying to do this for like so long since I was like 12, and to actually have it and see stuff on shelves, it's pretty surreal to me, and I'm pretty like humbled by it, and like really appreciative every day of the chance to do this. And then with wrestling in particular, it's so much like more to it because they're real people. So
Yeah,
the figures mean just as much to them and like their families. So seeing their responses to it and like being able to contribute to like a moment in like their life and like their time, it's really special.
yeah. There's not too many toy lines you could work on where you could be like, "Hey, Superman, do you want to see your toy?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, hold on." You know? So,
Like I was watching what is it, Dark Side of the Ring with the Matt Bourne episode, and like they have the little like tribute shrine the daughter's doing, the whole family, and like there it is, Doink the Clown, his little LJN or like Hasbro. It's
yeah.
like something people keep, it's like really personal to people.
No, absolutely. It's crazy, man. I love. I think that's one of my favorite things of like kind of hanging around the booth at FanFest is watching you guys talk to the wrestlers and interact with everybody, and show off like their first time figure. It warms my heart because I'm like, man, that's got to be like the best moment, and like you've made it, and these guys are not in WWE, they're in AEW. They've been working these indies for years and years, and they finally come through. And like Penta and Phoenix, it must have been so badass for them to get their first figures. And I mean, so many other people too. I mean, Orange Cassidy, so on and so on, so on. Love seeing it though. Like those are my favorite social posts on AEW by Jazwares is when they're backstage and like check out the toy, and they're like, man, like I gotta call my mom. I'm like, it's the best shit ever.
Well, true. I remember last year witnessing it during a fan fest at All Out. I was going to say Brawl Out, at All Out, but just showing Jamie Hayter her figure there. That was amazing, and seeing them witness it, and seeing like you could see the people who really love their figures, and to me that's cool. Like we saw Ricky Starks there examining everything. Remember Hobbs walked over to the booth and he wanted his figure posed to like that's amazing. Like we're in an era now where these guys grew up with figures, so it means something to them. When these guys got LJNs years ago, like what it meant to them was probably, oh, I got a check in the mail because figure. But now these guys, like you live eternally. Like you said, you see Dark Side of the Ring, and they use the figures in there. It's just such a great time to be a wrestling figure fan because it's so different than it was years ago. Can you imagine like 20 years ago going in a locker room and talking to figures to the Undertaker or Stone Cold? They wouldn't have given a shit. They would have been like
They might have. I heard a story about Ultimate Warrior that he carried his wrestling buddy around all the time because he loved it so much.
Yeah,
he really symbolized that he truly made it.
He was one of the only guys super hands-on. I'm sure Macho Man was too, because he had all the different colorful gear. But I think Warrior was like so. I mean, he had that exclusive deal with Jax to make the 1-of-5s and stuff like the crazy exclusives. And but yeah, he was very into it. And I mean, he brought out every certificate of authenticity when you bought one of those. Like it's insane.
We have a question from the crowd. Magic from Gregory Garrett. Magic, what is it like working on the LJN style figures, and do you enjoy it? Please make more. I think we all want more, so that's not a secret.
Yeah. So these are really cool because, like I mentioned before, but we worked with one of the original sculptors of the LJN line, Steve Hewis. Back in the day, he would do the original LJN. So like we're working with him. So we have these new ideas, and we have these new wrestlers who never got it. And he we'll submit something, and he'll like kind of sculpt it and like put his little twist on it, like thinking back how he did the original ones. So it's really cool. So it's pretty fun doing that, like bringing new people into that legacy and bringing it into that world, like adding to retro lines like that. It's really cool.
And I actually think the big rubber guys helps your guys' LJNs because it gives you more people to play with nowadays. Like most people don't want to go back and play with their LJNs because they're worth so much money. But now with a new line, there's no reason why you can't be playing with them. It's
like definitely exposing new people who maybe like were never even born when LJN was a thing. So like they're seeing these new ones come out. Like, what is LJNs? Maybe they're going back and like buying the old ones. Maybe they're like,
Yeah. Just made an excellent point. Like maybe it's time to start stockpiling up on LJNs before they become totally unaffordable.
It's like finding old art at this point, Tom. Like,
better than are you kidding me? LJMs are the best. He said, I absolutely love your take on them. I think they're awesome. I think they're awesome as well. I can't wait. Let's talk about the CM Punk LJN. Did you see Instagram story where he said this is the best figure ever when somebody...
I didn't see it live, but I heard about it. And that was pretty awesome. I'm really glad to hear about it. Cool. That was like... Good.
To a guy like him, a couple of years younger than me, he grew up with LJNs as well.
Yeah.
So for him, that really means something because that's what he played with as a kid.
Totally. And he's probably had like 1 million figures by now. So it's like to him to say that now at this point, be excited by a figure, it's really special.
Hell yeah. I mean, you guys are going above and beyond. You're making out of the... I would say they're way better than his past figures. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see it happen. But I'm sure he's pumped about all of it. The blood and guts one. I mean, Punk's never had a bloody figure. I bet his reaction to it was pretty awesome. Like, hell yeah, this is sweet, man.
Yeah, he's made some interesting comments about it for sure. About that one.
Yeah. No, I remember that. he was feeling frisky that day. It was cool.
I think he's still waiting for the 2-pack with Little Larry.
Little Larry?
Yeah. One day.
He's gonna get Larry involved in an angle, I guess.
What would have been the better 2-pack? Would have been Cody and Pharaoh or Punk and Larry?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that would have been the real Forbidden Door, right?
Dogs with their wrestlers with their dogs or with their pets.
Yeah.
Chris Statler has a bunch of pets as well. Her little lizard. Have you seen her lizard? So
it's gonna be blood and pups instead of blood and I'm sure Peter would have a field day with that one.
Yes, we don't like it, but everybody.
So good. But let's talk a little bit about some of the cool reveals, man. I mean, we had so much thrown at us and so many great things we got to see at the booth. But what was one of your favorite like pieces that you got to show off this FanFest?
Yeah, I didn't work on this one, but I was really happy about this. All the Danhausens. I was so excited about how many Danhausens we got out there. They look awesome.
No, they all phenomenal.
That that's why I'm so happy with the team. Like how much better, like how much bigger the team's gotten. Like everyone bringing like a lot to it, and like you can see the love put into these figures, which I really like. So that Danhausen was really awesome. I'm glad we finally got him out there.
Yeah, no, those were very impressive. The Ringside Collectibles exclusive one looks so phenomenal with the cape, and obviously the packaging looks amazing. Shout out to Steven Metzger, those two little rascals.
I can't say enough. They always bring it. They are always doing it, like making it everything so much heightened, so much more enhanced, just be through their work and packaging. You know, so our figures almost look bad by comparison. Sometimes I need to tell them to tone it down. The packages
makes you not want to open the packages when they're that nice. Yeah. And I've said this on this show before. I don't know if I've said it to you, but I truly feel like the Jazwares package and design team has upped the game for all of wrestling figures. I feel like Mattel upped their game after seeing what you guys did, and everybody wins when that happens. Like, oh my god! Like, I know the Cody Rhodes Ultimates coming out now. That package is friggin' amazing looking. The packaging on that.
You guys get yours ready?
I didn't get mine yet.
You got a ship notification. I haven't got it though.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for mine.
And I see the Logan Pauls are shipping. I'm sitting here like, where the hell's my Cody?
Everybody extra Logan Pauls, hit Mike and I up.
I seen somebody posted, I think it was on the Major Wrestling figure page, but they took the Ultimate and stripped it down, and they put the Supreme arms and the Supreme coat on it, and it looked very nice. So it was a nice little mashup of just figure love, you know.
The Cody one?
Yeah.
Oh, no one needs to mash up. This is the one. Just leave it.
It is the one. Yeah.
You know, you don't need anything else. Just go buy this one. This one has the jacket, arms that fit perfect.
You track down the Walmart exclusive too, and you got the legs too. You're set up.
Yeah, boots.
Yeah,
it's for America.
For America, perfect timing. We got the 4th of July coming up, man. Gotta take Cody with me for my vacation, get some fireworks shots with them, you know.
Now, do you laugh how like when Cody was in AEW, everybody kept saying more Cody figures, and now Mattel is just pumping them out faster than anybody can.
I told someone recently, I was like, we put out maybe 13, including like rares, chases, retail exclusives, international exclusives, all total. We put like 13 out. I feel like Mattel's blown past that, like within the first year.
Yeah.
And no one's saying anything.
In retrospect, I think it was the best thing you guys have ever done because I mean the demand for Cody's out there. They're picking up the Jazwares toys because they're waiting for more Mattel toys, and it's just it's an ongoing beautiful circle of life.
As soon as he debuted at WrestleMania on ringside, all of a sudden the Cody figures were back shot up to number one again. Like the TNT champion Cody, all the Codys were just popping up as number one. A guy is over, especially like with the kids. In a way, I haven't seen a wrestler be over with kids in such a long time. So I guess he did the right thing by jumping ship and going back to WWE because it seems to be the perfect spot for him.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy too. So all the power to him, more success. He's such a good guy. Like he was a
seems like a guy.
Yeah, so I'm happy for him. I wish we put more. I wish we didn't listen to the fans, and we wish put way more Codys out when we had the chance.
I was still waiting for my action pack. Damn it!
I know.
we get CM Punk with karate chop action, but we didn't get Cody with karate chop action.
Was there one Cody figure that you wanted to make that didn't get made? Is there like one specific?
You know, I really wanted to do a Dustin Rhodes Cody 2-pack from like it was an early pay-per-view. It might have been Fight for the Fallen or like Fighter Fest or something where they were a tag team. It was right after everything, and they wore matching red and black. I really wanted to do that, but never got
cool.
Get that in there.
No, that would have been super awesome.
There you go. But we did get that first Blood and Guts set, right? Which is like wow.
Yeah,
feels like years and years ago that it came out, but it's a beautiful piece still, man, and it literally led to an awesome exclusive line through ringside with just Blood and Guts continuing on. Love it, so good.
It is the best package, and it really truly is. So we were talking. I think it was last week on a debate show. We did a best wrestling figure line in history, and we're talking about how Hasbro's and LJNs, you could go back and like collect every figure ever. And it's not that hard with Hasbro's and LJNs. But nowadays with how many figures Mattel and Jazwares pumps out, like imagine in 10 years, it's going to be almost impossible. Where it becomes fun is I think people can collect all the ringside exclusives. They can collect all the Supremes or all the Target exclusives. I think like maybe be a completist isn't possible with every line anymore. But I think those little subsets kind of make up for that. I think it's fun that way. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. Like, I think you're totally right there. We're like, you can, if you wanted to say, I want only Walmart exclusives or something crazy, because there's so much segments and there's so much segmentation between it. It's I'm only going to collect Amazon 2-packs because we put out so many Amazon 2-packs now. It's like, and they're all really cool. You could do that if you wanted to. But like you were saying, the ringside exclusives in particular, like those have so much going on with amazing packages and like the really deluxe offerings in them. If you wanted to, you could literally just do that and then have an amazing, pretty epic collection.
Yeah, I mean, they would look great on your shelf. I mean, I have them all on my shelf, so I know they do look great. Like I said, the packaging helps. Like I said, I only got one of these sets so far, and I want to open it, but I also want it in the box. Like it's
you only got one. It's a rookie number. You need to up those numbers, kid.
That's what I'm saying, man. I at least bought 3. Come on.
What is it? WrestlingFigures, ringsidecollectibles.com. I could use code Tavern and save 10%, and so can you also. Listen to us talking about all the Jazwares figures today. Head on over to Ringside Collectibles. Order everything. Pre-order the stuff and use code Tavern. Save yourself 10% on Magic. There you go.
I love the plug.
We love Ringside. We love John, and
Oh yeah, of course.
Amazing guy. Amazing team over there too. I love those guys. Tom and Trevor.
Yeah. Workhorses.
You hear Magic to take you for a tour over there.
What's that?
Factory. We got to get you out to the East Coast, and then I'll take you over to Ringside to get a tour of the factory.
Oh yeah,
Tom's a personal tour guide. Welcome to Ringside. Let me show you what's
You come through being in there. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's got to be a trip. It's awesome.
And again, I love how you guys do the chases and the rares. I feel like Mattel kind of just probably for pricing info, they just do a quick repaint. You get in like a rare or a chase from Jazwares, you get in packaging that matches the figure with a different sculpt possibly, and things are different than. It's incredible. I need the Jamie Hayter. I need them both. I need the current release and I need that chase. Like it's amazing. I need that Brody. I need the Brody chase. Like
she's listen. It's awesome. This one over here, that little guy.
One that envelope and to me, that beautiful, beautiful figure. Yes.
He's one of my favorites.
Oh, what a great figure it is too.
It's so cool.
I really
so
need
cool.
to start looking for one of them.
I love
it before, but this is probably like the best articulation on a suited figure I've ever seen.
That's
Like it has so much range of motion, like not at all hindered by the jacket. I was really happy with this one.
It's so cool. Yeah.
That's a great figure, man.
No, I love that the tie's not molded. Like it's a separate piece. Super awesome.
100%.
And it's a different sculpt. If you see the regular version has a sculpted on vest. This one and like the tie's tucked in. This one has like the tie exposed. It's a shirt, so it's like a lot of different details just on this one. And this one's the chase.
Yeah, the colors pop really well on that too. But I do enjoy the red suit. It's a nice to have to switch up. But I love the color scheme on that one. The blue with the grays and so awesome, man.
I need them both.
Really.
He's just missing a bag of chilies and John Silver on his shoulder, and everything's back to normal.
Just for a little bit, like we could have Brody back with us. What a great!
I'm excited for the video game though. He looks awesome in that game.
He does.
Yeah. I'm so hyped seeing that trailer with Brody. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for that.
On my PS5 and be ready to play in about 12 hours now. I cannot wait.
And
have you
the cool thing,
I haven't got it yet, but I'll get it and we'll play.
You got to get it tonight so you get all the pre-order shit in there.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I think you'll still be able to buy it afterwards.
Yeah, but if you can get it for free for pre-ordering it and get the season pass.
Yeah.
And your PS5, right, Magic?
Yeah.
It's on sale today. I got it cheaper today for the Elite Edition.
It was like it was like $74 or something, right? Compared to the 80.
Yep.
I'm here for it, man. Now I'm regretting I don't have a PS5, so I can't play with you, beautiful baby. I got an Xbox, I got computers, everything but the PS5. I can bust out my PS4 though. We can play old school across
console system like the PS5. Me and Magic sit there at night playing MLB The Show.
That's the best.
Series finish our Magic.
We got to finish the series. I think I'm up 2-0. Dodgers, Yankees.
Sounds about right.
We got to use last year. This year's going to be terrible. So, yes,
I'm a sucker for the MLB games, man. I think they do a great job on those. I don't watch baseball enough, but I love playing the video games.
I love the MLB The Show. It's like watching real baseball. Just like I can't wait to how much fun this AEW game looks like. Like holy smokes!
What I really like too is like watching the trailers. A lot of the outfits they're wearing are matching our figures.
Yeah,
so really cool.
That was going to be my segue. There is like you're going to have this game coming out. There's going to be a want and a need for people to pick up these old school AEW figures that have been out already. And listen, you're breathing new life. That's what I love about it. That you're breathing new life back and forth and each other. There might be an attire you have in figure form that you're not going to have in the game, and you'll be like, I want to make it. Like, how do I do it? Let's get to it. And I love to see that.
Thought it was kind of cool how Mattel had that tie-in with the John Cena figure, and if you bought the figure, you got the playable character. Like,
it was a little weird, but it was cool.
Game.
What was that, Magic?
Was that for the Scooby-Doo movie with John Cena? What was that?
No. Which one? I may or may not have all the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania movie.
Oh, really? I wonder if I have them or not. I probably do.
They're good. They're super good.
I don't think I watch one, but I probably have them all.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you guys see Danielson fractured his forearm in that match the other night?
That's brutal.
That was a brutal fracture.
You still finished with the clutch, with the crossface. With the broken arm.
And did a medium scrum afterwards, just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, that's what I do. I'm fucking, I'm awesome.
Breed, that guy. Like, he's so good. He just loves what he does.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool to hear Final Countdown. That was a huge pop of the night. It was Forbidden Door this year. I think really exceeded last year's Forbidden Door. Really enjoyed the show. They started off really hot. They ended really hot. Good stuff in between too. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for more craziness from AEW. I mean, it's been packed this year already. We've already had so much craziness going on. 2023 might be the year of professional wrestling as it goes down, because this is insane, man. But yeah, loving it. Absolutely loving it.
What's kind of cool is we've been saying the same thing for like the last 3 years.
It's better.
We're wrestling and saying about figures too. Like, Your
Yeah.
figures are just amazing. Look what I just realized is sitting next to me.
Your Kenny legs.
The Kenny legs.
Not the legs, boss. Not the legs.
Figure. I don't know where the Kenny figure went. I just have a desk full of figures next to me.
It's listen, the Supremes are killing it, man. And I like the way they look on the shelf because you got the square box and then you get the the entrance stage in the background of it all, and they pop so damn well. Look at that.
They really, really do.
Available now at Ringside Collectibles.
Look at all these.
Ringside. Yeah, I love the extra faces on Penta. Penta looks so awesome. I was speaking of Penta and Phoenix. You got those 2 new Penta Phoenixes coming out that you guys showed off at FanFest. They're unbelievable. I love that soft goods jacket on Ray, and I'm digging the little pearlescent paint job on Penta's gear. Oh, so damn good.
Let's talk a little bit about this beauty.
I love that one.
Oh, yeah. First of all, every Thunder Rosa figure has been a friggin' grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we spoke about it.
He froze.
I know we spoke about it through text because I texted you the audio. What did it mean to hear you talking about you on Busted Open Radio?
I think I caught that. You kind of talk like the Micro Machines guy for a second.
Decepticon.
What did it mean, like hearing them shout you out on Busted Open Radio, hearing how much the figures meant to Thunder Rosa? What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's awesome. I'm really happy. She's so cool and like nice in person. And every time we've met her, she's expressed that same gratitude to us, like in person. So like, I can't say enough about how great of a person she is, that she deserves all the best. And like all these figures that we make for her, I'm so happy they represent her so well. And like we've captured her likeness and been able to like put so much into them and show how awesome of a wrestler she is through the figure. So it's really cool. And that seeing Jonathan and her talk about that on Busted Open was really incredible. It really kind of surreal too. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Anybody deserves it at G-Buddy.
Really is. No, you guys, you've been killing it since you've been started, and it's only gotten better and better as the line has continued to grow, and we're getting so much cool shit, and like it's the best, man.
I try. It's like, yeah, it's the whole team now. It's like, it's so great now. We have so many people really putting all into it and like seeing what goes into it. Wrestling, I feel like it's so niche, and like wrestling toys is like a niche within a niche. So
yeah.
Like, good at it, and like to have stuff that's as great as we're putting out, like it really takes a whole village, and it's like the whole team is really killing it right now. I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's 100% cool too, because nowadays we have wrestling fans who actually love collecting, making our figures. With Bill and Steve over at Mattel, we have you and Daniel Friedman over here at Jazwares and all the guys. Like it's so, I think that just makes line so much better that the people actually care. It's not just a job. Like not enough could be said about that to me, like how much it means.
Absolutely. And then we have new designers like Walter. He's a really killing. He showed out with the first that little Jericho with the Walmart exclusive and the cool leather, like purple leather gloves.
The Ocho Jericho.
And then Friedman, like even though he's new, he's been around doing stuff for us this whole time, like working behind the scenes, freelancing. So like everything, like our team is really great. And like even the people on the non-design side that do things we don't even like talk about normally, like our PD team, like they're some of the best like ever. We have a dude working on Sideshow. We did this Big Lebowski, Kevin Ellis. Like he's on our team helping us out with like the product development side of everything. And he's awesome. Like we have such a great team. It's really incredible. Like I can't say
all the hearts. All the hearts, Danny.
You guys over there at Jazwares, working your hearts out, pouring your love into these figures that we absolutely love putting into our collections. Yeah. And what about?
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You got it. I got it. We got a hot tag. All right. So I was going to say, speaking of the Ocho, Chris Jericho, we got some cool Walmart exclusives coming up. We got that badass Eddie Kingston, which I absolutely love, with the hat and he's got the shirt now, the bandana. It looks so cool on him. And then we got the Jericho, obviously. The exclusives are just killing it lately.
Got Adam Cole going to Target, looks amazing.
Yeah. I love that we keep putting red stuff on the Target exclusives.
It works. I'm telling you. When I seen the Sammy at my Target, like the color pops so well from down the aisle that you're like, oh, like it's cool. That's you guys killing it all over the place.
It's so true. What else from the reveals that weekend that stood out to you that you love to show off?
Again, you talked about the Wave 7s. I think you hit on the real big point there. The Lucha Bros again, and then obviously you got the LJN, you got Hook first time in the line,
Yes.
and you got Thunder Rosa and like the Death Triangle all together for the first time. Brand new pack head sculpts with the cool eye patches and like the bandanas over his face. But like the metallic colors on those Lucha Bros and like the metallic softgoods jacket on Phoenix, it's so cool in person. Like I can't wait till people start seeing it on shelves and like or get it through ringside. However they get it, like I can't wait till it's in people's hands because it's really awesome.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
and I kind of noticed that pearlescent paint job when I opened up the Shop AEW Jade, and like the it just pops so well. The gear looks so beautiful, man, and yeah, it really adds a nice touch to the figures itself. Like those little details. Usually, if you would get like a basic or something, the paint wouldn't be as accurate. They look so damn good in hand. Like I love it. I was so impressed with the Jade figure, and I was like, oh my god, like those Shop AEW exclusives are nothing to sleep on. Those are some of my favorite figures coming out, and the boxes keep getting better and better. And the like even the Sheeta, I love the Sheeta so much. Yes, the package.
Told me that.
Can't short sell the packages. Those are really cool.
Yeah. No, I love the Jade one.
She seems to be another one that loves her figures and appreciates them. So I think it's so cool when you like. Nothing makes me mark out more than when I hear a wrestler who actually loves wrestling, or them loving wrestling figures. Like to me, like, oh, you're gonna win me over.
Like you took advantage. You got into the big box for us. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, that was super cool. And she looked damn well doing it. You know.
What's up, wrestling figure talk?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, buddy.
FanFest, he was cool. Really cool.
So yeah, he was all over FanFest. He was a really nice guy to talk to. Awesome, pleasure. That's another cool thing. How awesome is it that you get this like experience with you get to meet the people buying the products, the consumers, the fans, the friends of Jazwares that are just so pumped, so excited for new stuff to come out. Like hearing everybody's reactions was so cool. I mean, it's got to be a blast, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like totally warms my heart because I feel like we put so much effort into this. And, like sometimes all you could just get wrapped up in seeing negative comments online, but then actually getting face to face with people and like the story is totally different. And like it's nothing but love in real life. Like it's really awesome. I really like the aspect of it.
No, it's so awesome, so rewarding to hear people's feedback and just how much they love the line as much as you guys put into it. It's beautiful, man.
Even like sitting at home when you're scrolling through Instagram and you see people taking pictures of your figures, like when you make the figures, do you wonder? Okay, I wonder like this would be great for that photo. Like, does that go through your mind at all?
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of the figures in general were just made for figure photography. Like we talked about, like having swappable parts, having super articulation, or like stuff that really posable and like that can hold its shape and get into crazy angles and get lots of maneuverability out of them. Like that was always the intent. So like seeing that and like what I was saying with Kenny, how I was surprised that people are using them and like customizing them.
Yeah,
like, that was the plan, to be able to make it easily customizable. So if you buy one thing and you have another one that kind of fits, you can mash them together, make something new. So now you're telling a different story that maybe we didn't intend, but like it's there now. You know, I saw Kenny beating up Don Callis, and I was like, oh, I never would have put that together. Cody
I think I've seen that one too. That was a really good one. That was a nice shot, and the bald guy on the ground making a makeshift Don Callis, but very, very well done.
Speaking of which, one day I still hope we can get a Don Callis in our collection. That guy is gold.
One day, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, we got the Jackal.
Keep checking ringside in the stores, dude. They're going to be hitting soon.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of pre-orders. Jeremy put out that tweet about a month ago saying there'll be a whole bunch of waves coming right after the summer. So start saving your pennies because I think they're going to be coming hard and heavy, and I'm excited. Bunch of the Acclaimed. I can't wait to get the Acclaimed, and they're getting closer. And so many. I think we saw Billy finally coming to Jazwares, right? That's cool. So, any updates on the Luminaires?
Luminaires, the band?
No,
Luminaries.
Luminaries.
We just did a little tease of the Luminary that's coming in Wave 8. I hope people are excited about that one. CM Punk and the Ring of Honor gear.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm here for it. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. But what about the Lumineers?
The Lumineers.
Hey,
they're not bad.
Hey, Oh,
Yeah.
one song I know by them. What can I
I
say?
heard they're still doing good. No. Yeah, no, super awesome, man. I'm so excited for everything that's coming down the pipeline. Like, I'm like, it's overwhelming when we get reveals, but then like once everything starts coming, like I was looking at um, the first fan fest you guys did, right after COVID, and I still have those pictures because we did the the Fignight about it. But like I was going through them and I was like, man, it's so crazy that I have these in my hands now. Like it's it's insane, man. But yeah, I love it, man. It's getting the stuff in your hands is some of the best, but I love it so much.
We got a question from Alex West Collects. Any chance we will get a modern day Sting in a singlet?
I don't know. You gotta wait and see. That's all I can say of that. I can't say a lot.
I like
It's
it.
not a no.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I can't.
It was a firm.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Yeah.
You
he's
guys
that emoji.
you guys actually like scope out the internet and look to see what people are most requesting?
Oh yeah.
Making figures?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A good thing too is like you're seeing like there's so many people that are interested, like that message me on Instagram or something. Like it's people like I made a lot of friends online now, which is cool. So like people will tell me directly it's like what they're interested in. So when I see something, I get a lot of messages for it. It's like obviously like this is like something people want,
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
something
waiting for like a steel cage play set to go along with my ring. Or a blood and guts play set. I'll just keep giving you lists of things I'm waiting for.
No, you gotta make a spreadsheet for them so they can check it off and make it
Excel
work.
doc.
You can do half the work for them, and it'll make your figures come a little quicker. That's the announcer set. Holy shit, we didn't even talk about that. What an awesome set that is. You got the I didn't even notice that it was on there, and I've seen it in person a few times, but the little hooks for the headsets underneath. I was blown away when I was opening. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Brian Myers talking about that. He's like, it's the best thing ever. Like
it really is. It's so cool.
Yeah, our team really killed it with that one. They did really good.
Yeah, I love it. I love the backdrop, and it's something you call it a step and repeat, whatever you want to. But it makes those. I've seen some awesome figure photography with like Renee interviewing people with it in the background. I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking about doing it for. Like, absolutely love it.
Versatile. We just need to get the DraftKings rights now and make it real accurate.
Listen, DraftKings should pay you to put it on there, right?
Yeah.
Make it happen. Get the ring
happen.
DraftKings logos in it.
I'll shoot a DraftKings something going. That's funny. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah. What else, Tom?
Got so much here. I still need to order my Jade figure from AEW shop.
You better hurry up. Once some shits are gone, them gone.
I know, I really do. Ooh, forbidden door ring skirts and collision ones. Ooh, maybe we'll get a collision ring down the pipe now.
Never know.
With an exclusive Justin Roberts figure. There you go. See?
You need red shoes. The Japanese ref. He's famous, man. Come on.
Him and his son in a 2-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aubrey wrestling now. We got to use that figure from our thing to hit Karen Jarrett figure. Did she ever have one in fact?
No.
No, wow.
I'm surprised she didn't. Because Impact was really that line was wild. It was Prototype City. There was like, here's Ken Anderson dressed as Sting. Never seen the light of day, but they were awesome. I was super pumped for.
Ooh, and the new TBS ring.
Tom wants the one with the red, white, and blue ropes. Just so you guys know.
It was only used for like 3 weeks. I would love it.
They looked pretty. It was nice.
Or I could just get I could get skirts for my new Gen Arena, and there you go.
I was gonna say, a different company put out a red, white, and blue ring.
Just steal the ropes. That's okay. Yeah. The pads come off. Just put the ropes on your AEW ring. It'll be good. Got to use the AEW ring. Yeah. You miss out. It's the pain in the ass switching out rings, but I have two literally set up right behind my lighting section right here, and it's like pull one out, put it down. Kids are like, "What are you, fucking Alice in Wonderland or Mary Poppins?" She's like, "Your house is like just toys everywhere." It's the best.
Your kids tell you overdo it a little bit with the toys.
Just a little bit.
Toys delivered.
They're like, Dad, we just want to go play ball. It's, shut up! I'm posting my Britt Baker. Yeah, no, they love it. They help out all the time. I love when I'm shooting. Like the girls will come out and they'll be like, "Can we hold your lights for you? Like, what if you post them like this?" It's the best. The family fun. It replaced you guys replaced board games. It's great.
Oh, that was cool actually at FanFest too. Little Brody Lee was around the booth talking about how he wanted to pose the toys for us and talking about how he does it at his house all the time. He's like, so yeah, that's cool.
It's the best, man. Yeah, that's. I mean, kids' wildest dreams. They're like, we've been doing this since we were 5, 6 years old, and getting to do it now on a bigger level. Thank God for social media and all that stuff. I mean, it's a blast taking pictures and putting them out there, and I love it. I think it's one of the most rewarding things is to get that idea out of your head onto the mat or whatever the hell you're taking a picture of, and then get it out there, and you're like, all right, I'm done with it. Like,
crazy. And I know you've had this with Jade, and I had it with Cody when we post pictures and they post them and thank us for posting the pictures.
The best. Yeah.
It's just such a great feeling that they take the time out of their day to just repost it. And like, actually, some people don't even give credit, but a lot of people do. And they're like, oh, thank you. Cody did that. He put it all over his Twitter and Instagram when I got that TNT champion, Cody. I know Jade did the same thing for Mike. She sent him a thank you.
I got logs of everybody that's interacted about it. Wardlow. I mean, Cody did the same thing. He posted, I have a picture of him and Brandy, and like he posted it on his thing, and he was like, happy Valentine's Day. Like it was cool. Like you get little shit like that, and you're like, oh, okay, like I did good. All right.
I feel like 20 years ago, you probably would end up on some list taking photos of toys all day.
Yeah.
Now you're rewarded.
Do you notice a difference within the wrestle and figure community since the whole major pod group started?
I couldn't say for certain because I feel like they were around when AEW started, or maybe they weren't. I feel like it's always been around for me.
They were around when it started because I feel like it's just the whole. Maybe it's just because we found a whole bunch of collectors that we could hang out with and talk to now. I just feel like it's so much more accepted now. And now, like, I don't even care anymore. Like I used to keep it a secret. I don't care. Like, listen, this is what I enjoy doing. And most people, and I'm sure I have people come over my house and see my wrestling figures, and they sit there and they haven't watched wrestling in years, but they'll stay there for 15 minutes looking at each one, saying, I remember Ultimate Warrior, and oh, here's Macho Man. Like they get lost when they come in my basement. I think it's a really cool thing. It's like our grandparents used to have like trains set up around their houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Expanded on it. Like it's
don't
just
knock my train room. All right.
Yeah. I think it's a 20 sentence. People getting lost in Tom's basement.
Yeah.
Kind of bad.
Oh man, but it's
true.
okay.
He's very loving. He at least gives you a blanket and a pillow. You're not going to be rolled up in his carpet, Hey,
listen, I've had people come over to my house, see my basement, and ask if they can live down here. I've got a bathroom down here. I've got a refrigerator down here. I got my 75-inch TV with my leather couch and recliners.
Nice.
I could never leave and be happy. Trust me. Well, what do
it's
I
hard to. Yeah.
I got all these little guys I could just play with right in front of me and just legs, and I have to find the rest of Kenny.
In context, that sounds like
the ring
a dream.
A lot of little legs in my basement.
Yeah. Get all these little boys to play with them.
Special. So, AJ Styles Ultimate Edition that came out with the head pose with the hair blowing. Does that give you ideas for figures in the future too?
I really like that. I remember Jax did that back in the day where like they were posed. I forgot what they were called, but they were posed in the package.
Yeah.
They had like Edge and his hair was like
UnMatched Fury.
No, they were the finishing moves line. I know exactly. Yeah, they had Jericho like screaming, his hair is like rolling in the wind.
And like they were packed like Triple H was doing his pedigree, and like The Rock was like just all blah.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Those were super cool.
Like who would have thought when you see these photos that this AJ Styles has been used for? Like it's just so much fun. It's such creativity.
Power bombs.
It's really cool to see. It's so cool to see all these stuff. We put so much love into them, and to see people like taking them and putting their love into it and creating something completely new. Like it's awesome. It's really cool.
No, it's awesome.
I love
anything else. What, Mike?
So sometimes I'll like just troll like AEW's account and like look at their tagged photos and see photos of like people I don't follow or don't follow me. and like seeing random stuff and like try to post that. This is cool
Yeah.
stuff. And then you got classics like MBG over here on it.
He wants red chests. You got to give.
You just gotta get
chest.
like a water effect, so you can rub hot water on it, and their chest bleeds up a little bit. Always thinking.
And anything else that we haven't touched on worth mentioning?
Yeah, we talked about Danhausen, a lot of cool stuff.
Love the Danhausen.
Love them. I feel like it's gonna slip me up and be thinking of stuff because I'm gonna think of something we haven't talked about and like accidentally really spill some beans.
It'll be all over the internet within a half. So don't do it. Don't do it. Whenever we have Steve on, people are always watching the background to see if there's like a little something he has on his shelf that's not out yet. So he always checks before he comes
Magic's
on.
Elf is all elite, confirmed.
Yeah, Elf's all White's all elite, Thanos, Gundam.
And Blink-182 in pop form.
People recently revolted against Pops. I felt bad. I'm like, I have a small collection.
It's crazy. I have like 2 wrestler Pops, and then I have the Pantera set, and like they always look cool, but I'm like, I can't. God, I will never live it down. My wife will fucking yell at me for days if I collect another line.
I just recently sold all of my Pops. I had to get out.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anymore.
He popped off.
I started with 2 only because I liked Piper and Flair, and then a completist in me started, and I'm like, have 200 Pops here, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't. I'm like, I just called up, said, hey, listen, you want all these Pops? What do you want? This much. Done.
Fair enough.
It was easy. They're all gone, and now I got more room to put out wrestling figures.
There you go. It's a win-win all across the board, man.
Exactly.
I always like my collection because like it's kind of like all over the place. I don't really collect one thing, but I feel like it helps because like I know what's out there and like I can kind of see what other companies are doing, and like I just like toys in general and action figures, so I feel like it helps. Like I don't know.
So that's why.
Like when I go to Target, I look at things and I'm like, I gotta stop looking because like I was looking at Indiana Jones figures today, and I'm like, no, I don't need anything else.
You only need all elite. That's all you need.
Yeah, all elite.
Here's Goldberg with another question. Magic, can you explain how you can and can't make certain outfits, like when wrestlers wear superhero or other pop culture themed outfits?
Usually it's like a no for those things typically because there's so much like licensing rights and like lawyers get involved and people like just don't even want to go there. So typically when it's something like that, even if it looks really cool or it seems like an easy win, we're usually not allowed to go there or like, do those looks. So it's kind of disappointing because there's a lot of cool stuff out there, especially with AEW. Like they've done a ton of cool crossovers that I'd love to get into the line.
Yeah,
but it's not in the cards.
But then you go and you get like the Elite that is an exclusive to GameStop where you could do those Street Fighter things, which is really cool.
That was amazing. Yeah, those and super underrated figures too. By the way, I when I busted them open, I was like, damn, these are so legit. Like, and I grew up playing Street Fighter, so to have wrestling and Street Fighter merge like that and collab, it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah. And that one I think was helped that Kenny is like such a Capcom head and like so close with those guys and like they really made it happen. Like our team went above and beyond, like get those like deals signed and like there's so much stuff going on like way above my head and like with other people. So yeah, it's like it's a whole thing.
It's super cool though. I mean, when it does happen, I feel like the fact that it doesn't happen enough. The fact that when you do get a Street Fighter set like that, it makes them more important, more impactful to your collection too. Because I mean, those things, the packaging looks so good, the figures themselves look awesome. I was thankful I was able to find doubles of both, 2 sets of that and just be done with it. And I was like, oh, I'm so pumped. They're probably one of my favorite versions of the Bucks.
Yeah,
definitely one of my favorite. Yeah, the County's amazing.
Face is awesome on that one. I love it.
Yeah, super cool.
They are definitely a cool set. I love it. And the the packaging on that, like
different art style. Yeah, like, a very nice vibe to it.
That's what I like about our package too, is like the style of it is like versatile. It's like we could recolor it and put different things and different elements inside the same structure. So like it all looks like one cohesive family, but then they're so different. Like those ones are like gold. Are they gold and orange or something like fire red?
What are they? Orange and white. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're crazy looking, but it's awesome. The art on it like looks different. Like that's why I think I love the Shop AEW one so much, is because each one's got like its own unique vibe to it, but they all still fit in your little family. Like we don't need to separate. We need all of them. They're so nice.
Yeah, like that. I love that one. Like that is
Yeah.
so cool. That Jericho one.
Amazing.
I like
I love how the shirt matches the box. It's just just a picture on the back.
Awesome photo on the back. I love that photo.
with the bat. It's so cool though.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You guys always nail the packaging. It's so true.
Yeah.
When you have one of the best to ever do it, you know.
They're really doing it over there. Can't say enough.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming to spend it with us. We love you guys. We love our AEW figures. I can't wait to be getting more. I've got a whole bunch on pre-order.
Order more. Pre-order even more.
Yeah. Use code Tavern. Save 10%. Ringside Collectibles. WrestlingFigures.com.
Pick me up a set or two, will you? Yeah, go get the Penton Phoenix, man. They're so badass.
Have that yet? You should go order those now.
Let this guy down.
Yeah, my Walmart just got that one in.
Go find this one too.
I'm sure.
You'll find it in a couple
somewhere. Yeah.
Great to see you live. Magic, why don't you tell the people where they can follow you?
I'm just on Instagram, Magic Olmos. That's just where I'm at usually. Yeah.
And also, you can follow AEW by Jazwares on Twitter and Instagram. That's another account you want to be following.
Yeah.
Yeah, the social media team, they're really taking a big step, trying to really up their game and putting out some pretty cool content. And I think, honestly, now it's kind of the place to be to follow AEW wrestling. Like our figures, like that's where you want to go. It's going to be the new hub. That's where all the information is going to leak spilled through. So definitely follow AEW by Jazwares. All socials.
Definitely. You can tell how they've stepped it up lately. So if you're not following them already, you should be following AEW by Jazwares. Again, head on over to Ringside Collectibles. Place an order today. Place a pre-order. There's some amazing figures there. There's chases and rares. There's everything. Magic, you're the best, man. We love having you on. We can't wait to have you back again. I think, is that it, Mike? Anything else? Ooh, everybody's just wearing glasses.
Get my sunglasses on.
Your sunglasses, Tom. We talked about
right here. Magic's beauty is reflecting off my TV screen.
Art glasses. There you go.
There you go. You put it on your nose.
I gotta put them back on Brett so I don't lose them now.
Now we're all just stealing Nick Storm's gimmick. It's the best.
Yeah.
Where is Nick Storm? Damn it!
No Norm appearance tonight. That's crazy. Thank you so much.
Where in the world is Nick Storm in San Diego?
So many people here. Thank you all for the positive words, and thank you, Magic, again. Until next week, I guess that's it. Go to theturnbuckletavern.com. Follow, like, and subscribe to us everywhere you possibly can, please. Also, official Fignight on Instagram. Check that out. Until next week, guys, for Mike, for Magic, it's Tom. Fig guys, out.